I mean, potentially in the next 10 days, you could make at least $10,000.
Easily. Absolutely. Yep.
Hey everyone, it's Jake Randolph with Linked Permanent Jewelry Training. So today I'm very excited. We have one of our students, Brandy. She is from Iowa. So Brandy, can you tell us a little bit about how you got into permanent jewelry?
Yes, absolutely. So I have a very small business and I was looking for ways to expand that business. And I don't I don't even know if I came across a video on Facebook or what about permanent jewelry. And I just started searching and searching, and my search took me to the linked YouTube page, and there's so much good information. So that took me to the website, and the website took me to sign up, and I signed up.
And the rest is history. So
Absolutely.
speaking of that history, I know you've had your machine, what, about a month now?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
And
October 14th.
so, you got your machine October 14th. How soon did you start taking clients?
Actually, I took clients that night.
Oh, wow.
I had a pop up booked for my business anyway, and I did a few practice welds. And, Sarah does such an amazing job with the training that, yes, I blew up a few. And it took a little bit of practice, but within an hour or two, I was doing really great welds and felt confident enough, I guess, to start working on real clients. And that night was rocky, I'll be honest, but that's the only way you're going to get it, is just getting out there and working on people. And every single bracelet that I welded that night is still on.
That's
So,
awesome.
so little victory there.
Yeah, so I mean that's a common question I get is like, once you get the materials, like how long until you like some people assume it's like months to learn and I'm assuming you watched the course, before you got the machine.
Yes, yes. It was kind of a bummer. I was like, man, it's gonna take forever to get my machine. But you know what? That was a perfect opportunity to watch the training even a couple of times, or go back and rewatch a few videos that I was a little unsure of. So it honestly was kind of a perfect buffer
Yeah.
to make you watch those videos. It was awesome.
Right. So have you had any like trouble getting clients or have the marketing materials helped?
No, the marketing materials are phenomenal. I struggle with photography, so I'm so thankful that those beautiful photos and short videos and all of that stuff is there, and we're able to use that. So my Facebook page looks super professional. Am I super professional? Not really, but I look it on Facebook. So the marketing materials are really great, and I've had so many people asking for certain chains or certain charms that they've seen in those photographs. So it's really phenomenal.
Yeah, speaking of chains and charms, have you had any trouble getting them or I'm guessing you've ordered some off our website or like what's the deal with that?
Yes. Yes. So those come super fast from the website, which is from the linked website, which is wonderful. And the selection is really pretty good. So I'm very happy with that. I did order a few other chains from another company, and I was just not quite as happy with the quality. So I'll be sticking with the linked store for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we, created that because we wanted to make sure our students had a resource and a place to get high quality materials, because I know especially as this trend gets hotter and hotter, like things are already getting sold out at other websites. And so we want to make sure our students always have a good, high quality resource.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Awesome. So let's talk about like, between October 14th and now, it's been about a month. How many other events have you done?
So I have done 1 to 2 pop-ups every single weekend since then. And I should have looked. I'm not even sure how many clients I've welded. But I know I did. Well, I actually traveled to Atlanta, so that was kind of fun. I took my welder with me, and I had a very upscale client who asked me to weld on 8 bracelets. So that was a really, really fun event, and definitely the most I put on one person at one time. Um, but, but since then, gosh, I don't even know. I think I've probably done 20 to 30 clients since then,
Was
maybe
that the
more.
bracelet that had
I would
like,
look that up.
was that the bracelet that had 5 or 6? I think I remember seeing your picture because I shared it.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
awesome.
yep, and it was a mix of gold and silver and some rose gold in there too. It was super cool, super cool.
Yeah.
Looked amazing on her skin tone.
And I love that picture because like it kind of showed an example of, it doesn't have to be like if people like simple, you can have a simple bracelet, but there's so much like it's an
Yes,
art. Like you can do so much with this.
it totally is. And it's so specific to the person, which I think is great. So if you want simple, you can choose the simplest chain. If you like a little bit of pizzazz, you can choose a chain that has like a diamond cut or something on it. If you like over the top, put 8 bracelets on.
Yep. So, for those people who are like on the fence of like, should I start my own permanent jewelry business? What would you tell them?
You know, I was nervous about making the investment, but I made it back in a month. Um, totally, totally worth it. I'm really looking forward to where this is going to take me, and really looking forward to how this is going to expand my business.
Yeah. So I know me and you were talking before the video. You got some big plans for next year.
Yes. So after January 1, I will be opening a studio in a nearby town. We've got this uh, adorable little retail space on Main Street. And gosh, I'm so excited. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So I know before the video we are talking about like your schedule next week. Can you kind of go into like what events you have coming up?
Absolutely. So my schedule for this upcoming week starts tomorrow, which is Friday. So I have a pop up at a local boutique and hair salon. And then Saturday, I have a vendor event. Sunday, I have a vendor event. Next Tuesday, I'm popping up at a local boutique in a different town. And then I have a party on a private home party, which I'm actually really excited about. So there should be about 7 to 10 girls there, but a private home party on Friday, and then a vendor event Saturday, and a private home party Saturday night, and then another vendor event on Sunday. So the next like 10 days is going to be pretty crazy. In addition to that, I am a dental hygienist, and right now I'm working 4 days a week. So I'm working Monday through Thursday in addition to all of this fun stuff. So
That is awesome.
busy,
So,
busy.
I mean, potentially in the next 10 days, you could make at least $10,000.
Easily. Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Well,
For sure.
we're going to have to do a follow up call after that.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love that.
So yeah, I think it's awesome to like, I know you said you're a dental hygienist. Like, I don't know whether you ever, if you want to do that forever, if that's something that you eventually want to transition to being like a full-time business owner. But, I can definitely relate with that because I had a full-time job, in the Air Force, and, I kind of transitioned to be an entrepreneur over the years too. So totally get that. And I always love when I can help people like, really find their passions and, get away from the 9 to 5 if that's what they want.
Absolutely. So growing up, my parents have always owned businesses. So I feel like the entrepreneurial spirit is very strong within me. And after I after I became a dental hygienist, I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? Like in the state of Iowa, I cannot own a dental office as a hygienist. So I was like, well, this doesn't help me at all. And my dad owned a business doing elevators, so he learned that trade or skill in the Navy. And so he had this great skill, and my skill was dental hygiene. And I was like, how in the world am I going to do this? So I have been looking for a way to become an entrepreneur and build a business and get away from the 95. I I want to build my own dream. Like my boss is great, whatever, but I want a lake house. I don't want to keep supporting his lake house.
Right. And that when Sarah approached me with this, idea of like starting a permanent jewelry training company, months back, I was like, that's one of my passions is helping people. And I saw this as a pathway to do that, helping people who have, maybe they want to be entrepreneurs, maybe they want to start a business and getting them to that point where they can, like you said, work towards their dreams, work towards their own lake house and really build something awesome.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad that you guys have done this, because it's been a huge blessing in my life, and I'm sure I'm just one of many.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the Facebook group, which I love being a part of because it's always very helpful. People are always sharing their success stories, and even if people have like any struggles, like people are quick to jump in and help. And so I just absolutely love that about our group.
Yes, it is. It is there are a lot of Facebook groups that are very helpful. There are some that are not, but
Yeah.
this is one of the greatest Facebook groups. Very, very helpful people.
Awesome. Well, it's been great connecting with you the past, month since you've been our student, and I've seen your, like I said, I've already seen a lot of your pictures of your work, and you're getting certified now and linked, and so
Yeah.
definitely excited to see where things go, and best of luck to you in your storefront as you open up that in January.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us and sharing like your tips. Oh, quick question. I had something pop up in my mind. You said you went to Atlanta. Did you
Yeah.
drive or fly?
Yeah. I flew.
So you actually flew your machine.
I did. Yep.
Okay.
So I packed it back in the box that it came in, which had wonderful styrofoam inserts and whatnot. I packed that back into the box and into my hard-sided suitcase. Checked it, no problem.
Awesome. Yeah, I've had a lot of
Yes.
questions about
And
that, and you're the first person I've talked to that's actually done it.
yes, yes. So
Awesome.
I had it the flaps like folded in, and when I got to Atlanta, they must have taped it shut for me. So they looked at it, I guess, but everything was fine. So everything worked, and yeah, all was good.
Yeah, and which machine did you get?
I got the Pulse Arc.
Awesome. So we've had a lot of questions. People think they can only be successful with like the brand name Orion, which I'm not bashing the Orion at all. It's just I don't
Mm-hmm.
like when people say you can't be successful because you don't have an expensive tool. So obviously you're a walking case study for like the other machine.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's. I'm not going to say that I haven't had frustrations, but I don't think that I can blame it on the machine. It was definitely a learning curve, and you've got to get things perfectly in line. And no, we're in a really good groove now, and I love my machine. I don't know that I'd ever upgrade.
Yeah, if it's doing great for you, there's no reason to really.
Yeah.
Anyways, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your experience, and look forward to seeing all your success.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, bye.